Okay, so this is a very interesting video. Me and Manu recently shifted houses and we needed a new internet connection. So we went with Airtel Xstream Fiber. The base plan of Airtel Xstream Fiber starts at $499, but you get a slightly faster 40 Mbps speed. Plus, you get a bunch of extra services which we'll get to in just a moment. And we have been using this connection for the past 2 years now, so we'll talk about all of that. And now that the installation is done, you pretty much get this white router which supports 2.4 to 5 GHz, power adapter and extra LAN cable. But here's a really cool thing. They give you a router with 2 antennas. Now the most disputed question is, how do you place your router antenna? So basically, this is how the antenna emits signals. It's perpendicular to the antenna. So this paper you can think of as the direction of the signal. So make sure you keep your antenna either like this or just like this. Now I'll see ya in 15 days. By the way, this video is made in collaboration with Airtel, but it is based on our own personal experiences. Now the good thing is you can manage your fiber connection through the Airtel Thanks app. Now I also have an Airtel postpaid connection, so all of that can be managed through one single app. Now for people who aren't tech savvy, if you have to connect to the router, you will have to go to the browser, put in router's IP address, all of that stuff. So that is a bit tedious. So see here, you can go directly into the Airtel Thanks app. You can go under My Wi-Fi section. You can just tap on it and it lets you access the entire router here directly from your smartphone. You can actually see the devices connected to your Wi-Fi. So if your neighbor is still connected to your Wi-Fi, you can ask him to disconnect, request. Now this one is pretty interesting. Like if you have to access your router from outside the house, configuring that manually is very difficult. It's so difficult that it is one of the most popular video on TechWiser channel, lol. But here I have another Wi-Fi in Prayagraj with my family, and my mother and sister, they cannot change the Wi-Fi password. See here, I can change the Wi-Fi password for them remotely. And now see, I'll just rename the Wi-Fi and change the password. Boom, done. हाँ, मैं ही change किया था Wi-Fi का password. अरे नहीं, मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ, वीडियो के लिए था. Now, if you move to a higher 799 plan, you get 100 Mbps speed, and then there's the higher 999 plan. You get 200 Mbps speed, but you get Amazon Prime, Disney Plus Hotstar connection included in that pack. And then there is the 1 Gbps plan, which starts at 3,999 monthly. With that, you get this router with 6 antennas, because the normal router doesn't support 1 Gbps connection. Now, of course, the price of this plan can vary slightly based on your city. Also, we have another Airtel connection in the office, and this is a 300 Mbps plan. So now we'll check the live speed test of how the speed is. And here we go. Oh, okay. Damn, we are getting around 450 Mbps. Maybe this is an off time, but usually the speed is on par with what they have promised. And if you guys game a lot online, you might be interested in the latency or the ping. So you get an idle ping of 5 milliseconds and the download ping is 13 milliseconds. So basically it's good for gaming. Now, of course, we do play CSGO and BGMI here in the office. All of us. So the gaming latency is pretty good most of the times. Now, one small update to add is if you have 2 different Airtel connections. So see here, if you scroll down in the Airtel Thanks app, you get the option to get Airtel Black. Like I have an Airtel postpaid number for 400 rupees monthly bill and one fiber connection for around 500 rupees. So I can club these two into this 998 plan. I get an extra add-on SIM, or you can get an Airtel Xstream box which has TV channels worth 350 rupees. Apart from that, additionally, I get Amazon Prime included for 1 year and I get Airtel Xstream Play app which has Sony Live, Eros Now, etc. I personally watch a lot of UFC, so that Sony Live subscription is helpful. Another small thing is you get Apollo 24/7 Circle subscription. So the other day I had to order some medicines. I use the Apollo app. You can just check. You might already have a complimentary subscription if you use Airtel. Mine, it shows expired because it's been more than a month now. Also with Airtel Black, you get one bill for all your connections. So you just have to pay one time for all your connections. Moreover, you get one dedicated relationship manager for your connections. So that way you get priority solution. Another thing is in office, we use Airtel, but we wanted to use a better high-speed router because we wanted to connect this NAS so that everyone can use data. So you can also do that with Airtel. If you have a better router that you already own and you wanted to use that instead of the Airtel router, you can get that installed. Although obviously your router has to be a fiber router. So that was the video. Overall, so far we have been pretty satisfied with the Airtel Xstream Fiber services, and even I personally use Airtel postpaid, so the service has been really good. Like sponsor or not, I would recommend Airtel Xstream Fiber. Now we are thinking of making a video on the wireless 5G router because at a lot of places you don't get wired fiber connection. So let us know what do you think about that video. Also, if you're using Airtel Xstream services, mention your experience in the comment. This will help the entire community. On that note, this is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next one. Pew pew. Pew.